There's a certain look. You can't fake it. You see it in someone's eyes, and instantly you know. They've been through something. It's not just tiredness. It's not just age. It's deeper than that. It's the look of a soul that has lived 100 lifetimes inside one body. So if you've ever felt older than your years, if you feel disconnected from the petty drama around you, like you've seen too much, felt too much, survived too much, I need you to really hear this. Because right now, you might be telling yourself a story that you're broken, that you're damaged, that something in you isn't the same anymore. Maybe you feel worn down, like you lost your spark somewhere along the way. But psychology tells a completely different story. We hear a lot about post-traumatic stress, but almost no one talks about its opposite, post-traumatic growth. And if you've walked through fire and made it out the other side, you didn't just survive, you were transformed. You developed strengths that people who've lived easy lives will never understand. Let me show you what that actually looks like. The first sign is what I call high-definition empathy. Most people understand pain on the surface. They can talk about it, they can imagine it. But you know the texture of it. You've been in the dark, and because of that, you can recognize someone else standing in the dark from a mile away. That's why strangers open up to you, why people tell you their deepest secrets within minutes of meeting you. That's not random, that's not coincidence. That's because you don't carry the judgment that blocks real connection. You see people as they are, and you don't waste time on the superficial anymore, because you know how fragile life really is. You carry a depth that other people can feel instantly. You've become a safe place, a quiet sanctuary, because you know what it feels like to have nowhere to go. Now here's the thing, that level of empathy, it's a gift, but it can also drain you if you don't learn how to protect it. Because your past didn't just make you softer, it made you stronger in the places that actually matter. Which brings us to the second trait, your ability to function in chaos. Psychologists call this crisis competence. When most people face a crisis, a sudden loss, a breakdown, an emergency, their system goes into panic. They freeze. But you've probably noticed something different. When things go wrong, you get calm, focused, clear. And that's because your baseline has changed. You've already faced the worst, so smaller problems, they don't shake you the same way. You've stared down the storm and lived. While everyone else is panicking, you're the one thinking, planning, holding it together. Not because you don't feel, but because you've been forged. You're battle-tested. Your resilience isn't theory, it's lived experience. Things that would ruin someone else's week barely move you. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Being calm in chaos is survival, but who you become after the storm, that's where your true strength shows. And that leads to the third trait, radical authenticity. Once you've been pushed to your limits, something changes. The ego starts to fall away. You stop caring about impressing people who don't matter. You stop chasing things that never really meant anything. Status, approval, image, it all loses its grip because you've seen what's real. People who haven't struggled often live behind masks, trying to be liked, trying to fit in. But you burned your masks a long time ago just to survive. Now you speak truth, even when it's uncomfortable. You value time more than anything else because you know it's not guaranteed. And yes, that can intimidate people, people who are still pretending, people who are still hiding. But to the right people, it makes you magnetic. Real recognizes real, and you are the real thing. So let's change the way you see yourself. In Japan, there's an art form called kintsugi. When a bowl breaks, they don't throw it away. They repair it with gold. They believe the cracks make it more beautiful, more valuable, stronger than before. That's you. You are not broken. You are rebuilt.
Every crack in your story is filled with strength, with wisdom, with depth. You can hold more light because life cracked you open. So don't envy people who've had it easy. They're fragile. You're something else entirely. You're anti-fragile. You were forged in fire. And that kind of strength can't be bought, can't be taught, and can't be faked. So if you've survived, if you've been through it and you're still here, drop a diamond in the comments, because diamonds are created under pressure, and I want to see who's still shining. And if this spoke to you, make sure you subscribe, because this is just the beginning.